What if there was a way to escape suffering, to find a state of eternal peace beyond all worldly struggles? This is the essence of Nirvana in Buddhism, the ultimate liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. But what exactly is Nirvana, and how can one attain it? In this video, we'll explore the profound concept of Nirvana and its significance in Buddhist philosophy. In Buddhism, Nirvana is often described as the cessation of suffering, a state of ultimate peace and liberation. The word Nirvana itself comes from Sanskrit, meaning to blow out or extinguish, referring to the extinguishing of desire, attachment, and ignorance, the causes of suffering. Different Buddhist traditions interpret Nirvana in slightly different ways. In Theravāda Buddhism, Nirvana is seen as the complete cessation of suffering, where an individual no longer experiences rebirth. In Mahāyāna Buddhism, however, the concept of Nirvana is often linked with Buddhahood, where enlightened beings, or Bodhisattvas, choose to remain in the cycle of rebirth to help others reach enlightenment. The path to Nirvana begins with a deep understanding of the Four Noble Truths, the core teachings of the Buddha that illuminate the nature of suffering and the way to liberation. These truths serve as a guiding framework for Buddhist practice, offering insight into the human condition and a path to transcendence. The first noble truth, the truth of suffering, dukkha, acknowledges that suffering is an inherent part of life. From physical pain and illness to emotional turmoil and existential dissatisfaction, all beings experience various forms of suffering. Even moments of happiness are fleeting, as they are subject to change and loss, reinforcing the impermanence of worldly pleasures. The second noble truth, the cause of suffering, samudaya, reveals that suffering arises from desire, attachment, and ignorance. The craving for pleasure, material possessions, and even personal identity leads to frustration and discontent when those desires remain unfulfilled or inevitably fade away. This constant cycle of longing and clinging binds individuals to the wheel of suffering and rebirth. The third noble truth, the cessation of suffering, Nirodha, offers hope by teaching that suffering can be overcome. By letting go of attachment and extinguishing desire, one can achieve nirvana, a state of profound peace, liberation, and freedom from suffering. Nirvana is not merely an escape, but a transformation of consciousness, where wisdom and compassion replace ignorance and craving. The fourth noble truth, the path to the cessation of suffering, Magga, presents the practical steps to attain nirvana through the Eightfold Path. This path encompasses ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom, guiding practitioners toward right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. By following this path, individuals cultivate a life of balance, insight, and inner peace, ultimately breaking free from the cycle of suffering. The Buddha outlined a practical guide to reaching nirvana called the Eightfold Path. It consists of 1. Right view, understanding the nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. 2. Right intention, developing thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and compassion. 3. Right speech, speaking truthfully, kindly, and avoiding harmful words. 4. Right action, acting ethically, avoiding harm to others. 5. Right livelihood, earning a living in a way that does not cause suffering. 6. Right effort, cultivating positive mental states and overcoming negative ones. 7. Right mindfulness, being fully aware of the present moment. 8. Right concentration, deep meditation to cultivate a focused and peaceful mind. By following these steps, one gradually detaches from worldly desires and delusions, moving closer to nirvana. While all Buddhist traditions seek nirvana, their interpretations vary. Theravāda Buddhism views nirvana as a personal achievement, where an individual escapes the cycle of rebirth and attains eternal peace. This path emphasizes disciplined practice, wisdom, and deep meditation to reach liberation from suffering. Mahāyāna Buddhism, in contrast, places a strong emphasis on compassion. Enlightened beings, known as Bodhisattvas, choose to delay their own nirvana in order to help others on their path to awakening. This selfless approach reflects the ideal of guiding all beings toward enlightenment. Zen Buddhism takes a unique approach, focusing on direct experience and intuitive understanding rather than intellectual study. Through meditation and mindful awareness, practitioners aim for sudden enlightenment, often guided by paradoxical riddles, koans, and a deep connection to the present moment. Each tradition offers a different perspective on the path to liberation. One of the most essential practices for attaining nirvana is meditation. Through mindfulness and concentration, meditation helps one transcend ordinary thought patterns and experience deeper states of awareness. In Buddhist meditation, two key techniques are often practiced to cultivate mental clarity and wisdom. Samatha, or calm-abiding meditation, focuses on developing deep concentration and tranquility. By training the mind to rest on a single object, such as the breath, practitioners cultivate inner stillness and stability, leading to a peaceful and focused state. On the other hand, Vipassana, or insight meditation, aims to develop a deep understanding of reality by observing the nature of impermanence, suffering, and the self. Through mindful awareness of thoughts, sensations, and emotions, practitioners gain insight into the ever-changing nature of existence, ultimately fostering wisdom and liberation from attachment. By mastering these practices, one moves closer to nirvana. Nirvana is not a place, but a state of being, free from suffering beyond all attachments. Though the journey to nirvana is challenging, it is a path of wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. Whether through meditation, ethical living, or the guidance of Buddhist teachings, each step brings us closer to enlightenment. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of nirvana in Buddhism. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. May your journey towards wisdom and peace be fulfilling.